Welcome to the very first episode. Stella is so excited. 1 like equals 1 pet for Stella. Welcome to the first episode, guys, of, we don't know what we're going to call it yet. Ask a Stud, Ask SC, Ask TSC. Let me know in the comments. I'm not officially deciding a time of the recording, but I do plan on releasing these every Friday. So based upon this video from the reactions, I think we should do it, just do /ask SC. I think that works. Ask Stud City. And I think that's a good one. And I think we're going to go for that. So if you want a question asked in the comments below, do /ask SC, and then I will do a response in videos like this every week. So I think that's pretty exciting. We have some very good questions to go over for this week's first episode 1. So I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and get straight on into it. So Fit Lego Guy says, what is the best GWP Lego has ever done in your opinion? I think I can answer this just in the Lego sets that I've got. For the Lego GWPs that I haven't got, I don't think it's fair for me to justify. So for me, I really came down to 3 major options. One, I thought this year, 2022, I guess, the 90-year anniversary, the Hideout Castle, I thought that one was pretty crazy and a nice little remake. I know that one probably surprises a lot. It didn't make my number 1, but I thought it was really, really cool, and I thoroughly enjoyed it from the Lego group. So it was definitely very high up on my list. 2022 was just a ballpark year. It was truly amazing. The next one that was up in that top 3 list for me was the Lego 40 Year of Train. That one is so significant to me because I'm a huge Lego Train fan, and for them to make it, you literally had a usable Lego Train as a set. So that was a gift with purchase, literally a gift with purchase, and you can actually run it in your Lego city. And I thought that, as far as GWPs, that has to be one of the best GWPs ever made. But also in the running was the Luke Skywalker lightsaber. This one is so significant because 1, it's Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. 2, it wasn't just a GWP that anyone got to get. It was a gift with purchase in 2021 when the UCS AT-AT was released. Therefore, you had a day 1 spend. I believe it retailed for $800, so you had to spend $880 after tax, which was crazy. That's a lot of money to spend, right, on Lego. And I bought that set day 1 because I really wanted that gift with purchase, and it pays because now I own that set sealed in the box, and it's now worth around, I don't know, $160 to $200 range depending on box condition. But again, my final answer is the 40 Years Lego of Trains. That set was so significant. I keep a lot of my promos sealed, and that was one I opened up and enjoyed the build. So for me, that's my number 1 gift with purchase that Lego's ever made. Anna's World of Bricks asked, what was your first Lego set? My very first Lego set. And that takes me way back because as a kid, I can count on my hand the number of Lego sets I had. And for me, the one that only sticks out as being the first was the Hogwarts Express from 2004. That set I still have on display. My father actually has a whole O-gauge model train room, and there's one small stand in there that has a few train displays, and one of those is my very first Lego set, which is the Hogwarts Express. It's super dusty down there. That thing would need a deep cleaning, but such an awesome set. And truthfully, all the pieces are there even after 19 years, which is crazy. I don't even remember building it. I remember looking at the instructions so often because I really wanted to motorize it, and that was back when I was looking at the BNSF train, and Lego would send me catalogs, but I was never able to get those as a kid. My parents, I wasn't able to shop myself, but my parents never bought me those. They just never really bought me Lego. So that was my very first set, and honestly a really good set to think back upon. Boss Man asks, what's your favorite Lego set? And that's a very difficult question to answer. I think the 2 sets that come to mind are both in my collection, maybe 3 that come to mind. One is Ninjago City, because that set is absolutely astonishing. The big old modular hanging in the back right over there. The Town Hall, which was a birthday this year from my fiance. It's just my favorite modular on the market, and I'm so fortunate to have it. And then, of course, the Santa Fe Super Chief, which actually was another birthday gift for my fiance back when I turned 21, so a couple years ago, which is pretty significant. So amongst those 3, it's super difficult for me to decide which of those three are my favorite Lego sets. I'm gonna steer towards the Santa Fe. That's just my holy grail Lego set. I know it's not much, right? It's like maybe 300 pieces, but for me, it's such a holy grail, and I'm so fortunate to own it. And one day, my goal is to have a completion train, so 2 locomotives and the 5 passenger cars, and one of those locomotives hopefully being one of the 10,000 exclusives ever made. A couple of brickheads, aka Sean from a couple of brickheads, he asked a really good question. How do you become such a freaking stud, City? So a little backstory, Sean calls me City, which I think is a very, very clever name. I really do love that, and I do appreciate it. But man, I honestly, I did all the math on this and nothing was computing. I broke every single calculator in my house. My fiance's brain is in scrambles because she cannot figure out this question as well. I'm just joking, man. Hey, I appreciate you stopping in, a couple of brickheads. We appreciate you. Honestly, I'm blessed for this community, and I love that you ask questions like this, man. I'm really excited to see you in Brick World Chicago. We'll take some more pictures, and make sure to subscribe to a couple of Brickheads on YouTube, because their podcasts are the best podcasts, and I will be on them more and have been in the previous years, but I'll be on them more in the future. So make sure to stick out for Stud City on a couple of Brickheads. Brother from another brick response was, what's your advice on how to become successful in the Lego space? And that's a very difficult question to answer. I really thought about this quite a lot, like throughout when he posted it from until now. And it was a good question, BFAB. And for those of you who don't know BFAB, one of my best friends in the Lego community, and just an absolute pleasure getting to know him and calling him my friend. BFAB, I think the most difficult question here is, what is your definition of success within the Lego community, or even a community? This doesn't have to relate to just the Lego community. It can correlate to any community, the Pokemon community, the real estate community, the investing community, whatever it may be. I think it can relate to any of these. So I kind of want to just keep that niche oriented out of it. I think being successful on social media is having influence and offering something, right? I think finding what you offer to the community is the biggest way to be successful, right? There's channels that are doing reviews, and people look for their reviews and find value in their reviews. That for me is not the case. However, I still love doing reviews, so I do reviews on sets I enjoy occasionally. But that's not my go-to. My go-to is essentially finding Lego deals, talking about Lego promotions, talking about Lego news, and even doing some videos with my uncle's city, which is awesome, doing some mocks. It's a little bit all over the spectrum, and I don't think, me personally, I have found my absolute niche on YouTube, and that's kind of why I think my YouTube has trailed a little bit behind my Instagram and my TikTok, and the Discord server being a Discord server. But I think Instagram and my TikTok, they're really recycling the same videos every single post, but they've had so much success because I infuse comedy and like little skits and just trendy videos into like one, and that's my go-to on TikTok and Instagram. So that's why I think I found more success on those two platforms, even though YouTube being my platform I praise and dream of, I think I've lacked because I haven't been able to personally dilute into one category of niche. Like, am I doing Lego deals? Am I doing reviews? What is it? I'm hitting all over the spectrum, like, or even live streams, whatever it may be. But I enjoy all of those things so much. For me, it's I just enjoy doing it. So why would I stop doing it, even if the success doesn't follow? So that's probably my number one advice: is get very selective on your niche of your niche of your niche, and that goes to all different communities. But a very good question from brother from another brick. I would actually love to go into that topic a lot more detail, because I do have a lot to talk about, and finding success can be difficult. The other thing I really wanted to point out is uploading consistently. Consistency beats everything in any world possible. It does. Being consistent is one of the other number one things. So if you're going to post every Monday, post every Monday. If you're going to post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Whatever it may be, whatever fits your schedule, viewers will look for it. So take advantage of that. Dial in a schedule. Posting every day, post every day. That's probably one of the fastest and most consistent ways you can thrive. Lego's owner said, what's on your 2023 Lego set list? I think he's talking about 2023 set list. He said, I myself is for the city theme. And then he also says, what sets do you want made? So for my 2023 list, I'm really more interested in the Lego icons, Lego Star Wars, and even throwing in the Brickheads into there. So that's probably my top three. I think Ninjago is really holding back, at least to the Kickstarter 2023. So I'm not going to exclude Ninjago, even though there's a few sets on there that I want to pick up. But even Lego ideas like the A-frame cabin, those are some high items on my list. The A-frame cabin, the Jazz Club. I even want a second copy of the Jazz Club already. Really enjoy the build. Review coming soon. And then the Brickheads. I do try to collect the Brickheads when they do release. So those are my, I would say, top genres on my 2023 list. Of course, I'm going to put retiring sets before all of those and Lego deals above all those because I think that should be a bigger focus so I don't miss out on stuff like the Winnie the Pooh, for example. I think I want 2 to 3 more copies of the Bookshop and the Assembly Square just because of how awesome those sets are. Off the top of my head, I think I want the Mos Eisley Cantina because that one is retiring this year as well, and even the Republic Gunship. So high demand on those sets, and it's going to be hard to find deals on those throughout the year, but hoping we can secure those for at least 30 to 40% off throughout the year. If we can find deals using, Rakuten or, double VIP points, triple VIP points, promos, whatever it may be, those are the sets I really want to focus on. And then if there's some left over, I'd like to get some of the new stuff, especially for doing Lego reviews. And then the second part, he says, what sets do you want made? I love buildings that fit into my Lego city, so the modulars. I would love for them to do another Ninjago modular. I would want to see a Borg Tower. I think that is what we're missing from the Ninjago verse. I would be really excited to see a Borg Tower as a modular for Ninjago. That would be huge. And then, of course, to go along with the Daily Bugle and the Sanctum Sanctorum, I'd love to see another Marvel modular, even though I have no desire to collect Marvel. Those are the only sets I will ever buy from Marvel. Granted, like 99% of the time. But the Sanctum Sanctorum and the Daily Bugle were awesome, really cool builds, and they fit into the modular line. So those were 2 I would have picked up. So if they made another one, I would get that one. And then, of course, the Lego trains. If they made a detailed Lego train, similar like the Santa Fe or the BNSF, or even the Merge, something realistic, I would definitely buy it. I believe there's a Lego Ideas set coming out this year as a Lego train, so I'm really pumped for that. So more Lego trains, buildings, stuff that can go into my city, that can fall in the Icons League, the Creator Experts done. So the Icons or maybe Lego Ideas is probably the top 2 themes. Lego Coleman Trabur says, how do you display your Lego? I always have a problem not having enough space for all my Lego. What do you do when you have more sets than you have space for? This was such a good question. Honestly, I have a very, I think it's every collector's. I have run out of space quite often. So I actually have a bunch of open boxes at my parents' house still. Probably a whole closet full, but that's it. So not a whole significant amount. I actually still have some sealed stuff down in the basement where my old city was at their house from well over a year ago. So that's a little small portion of it. I have my own house where I have my Lego City, as you can see in my background. Below, I have my Lego City is actually a very good use of storage and space. I could store sealed Lego sets. I could still store boxes. And then also in my closet over here, I could store a bunch more stuff. So I have a lot of room there. Then, of course, in my office, my personal office, I have a bunch of investment stuff. That's all sealed Lego. Nothing's opened up there. And then recently I had room for another storage. I don't know what they call these. A storage drawer? No, not a storage drawer. A desk? No. A display case? Sure, we'll call it a display case. I recently got another one of these display cases because we were moving some stuff and had an extra one. So I threw some of the Ninjago stuff that just won't fit my Lego City on there. And truthfully, that's probably all the display stuff that I have to offer that I would actually put on display. So I would say my number one way of displaying, whether if you're doing a city or displays, I think the display cases, the drawers, I don't know, these are like $40, $35 to $40 from Target or Walmart. I personally like the Target ones better now. They're just like a little bit more better built. I actually did a whole bookcase on this in one of my living rooms. But anyways, they're $35 for one of these. You can get a bunch of them for pretty cheap. And it's a great way to display Lego. I think this is probably one of the best ways, just because it saves so much room. And I've really thought about taking down the Lego city, maybe doing just a really small Lego city and just like actually focusing on details and stuff, and actually making this room a entirely more open space for creating content and better wall display, from head to toe displays for Lego. I think that would be really cool, but I just don't know if I can not have a Lego, like a massive Lego city, because having a massive Lego city is just really fun and just a lot of things to do. So if you're doing a Lego city, you can obviously display a ton more things, but that's going to require essentially like an entire room or entire space. But Coleman, Lego Coleman, I think you're not alone on never having enough space. I don't think we ever have enough space. Look at my uncle, for example. He's already running out of space, and I don't know what to say there. More videos coming soon. But yeah, space is limited. I think staying organized, getting the best system you can for your Lego displays, whether it's those 5-drawer display cases, or you find something else on IKEA or Walmart or Target, Costco, whatever it may be. I just think, having it all in a smaller area is probably better and looks cleaner. That's probably the best way to display Lego. That's going to wrap up our first episode number 1 of Ask SC Stud City. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to leave your next questions in the comments below, and I will be filming our next video soon for episode 2, where we'll answer your question if you use hashtag AskSC. So there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you in Friday's next video on episode 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Stud City out.